Hello YouTube. So this is my 5th vlog about Tron Uprising, and this is the episode that I was waiting for. The episode Identity. Okay, so what's going on in this one is Beck's disc is stolen by some guy who has no real significance, and now because of really stupid programming, all his memories lie in this easily stealable disk. So once it's stolen, and after it's stolen for a long enough time, then he can't get his memories back. So he's just going to completely forget who he is. So him and Tron have to go get his disc back before that happens. Which, yeah, as predictable, they do get it back, but the reason why I was waiting for this one is because I want to talk about the really stupid programming with these. They're laser discs. Now, I don't mean like the programming with them being a weapon, because as a weapon, they're pretty good. They've shown in the show and in the movies that they do have a lot of good capabilities. But I'm talking about how these things are terrible at being your memory disk. Now, I get what they're trying to do with saying, like, okay, this is a memory disk, but it's an actual freaking disk and everything. That makes sense. It's a nice little joke. But why make them so easily stealable? Why'd you do that, Flint? What made you think that, okay, putting them easily accessibly on their backs to where they can be easily stolen was a good idea? What made you think that? Like, okay, I get it if they're just a weapon, and that might have been your original idea for their programming, because, well, of course, while you were programming the game, you didn't know that it was going to become an actual world with real people and everything, but why, after you found that out, did you not reprogram? You should have done a reprogramming where it could be like a little memory, like a little data, like a SIM card or something, for their memory that could be like inserted into their head or something. I don't care. Anything that would be less easily stolen than a stupid. I have no idea. Why does anyone want this? What would these have any value for on the black market? I have no idea. They're just apparently really valuable. Because they're outlawed, I guess? I don't know. They're not allowed to be sold on the black market, so why do so many people constantly steal the discs from people to sell it again on the black market? There's so much about these things that makes no sense. I mean, it would make at least a little bit more sense if you were to have, like, some of their hair color programming, like what's seen in later episodes, in their disc, or just like a copy of their memory video. Like, maybe just have like a backup thing on the disc, just in case. That would make sense. But having it all implanted into the disc, that's just an incredibly stupid idea. For a guy who can create his own virtual world, you're a moron. I mean, did you never think of the negative ramifications from this? There is so much that could go wrong. Why did you think of this? I'm sorry, this really bothers me because this is a very big part of the show, and yet it was just so easily overlooked. Although I do find it kind of fun how in this episode they do sort of poke fun at this idea with the disc and everything. They're just like, okay, yeah, this is how easily it was stolen. Can't you see how genius this guy was? And you know what? They brought up a good point with that. It bothers me. It bothers me. I have no idea why, but it bothers me. So pretty much outside of their faulty programming with this episode, it is at least the very first episode that Tron admits that him and Beck are friends. Because I know that you were all on the edge of your seats to find out, are they friends yet? Because that's what I was wondering. Like, that was my biggest question, like, are they friends? Yeah, I didn't want to see anything of Clue or anything. No, I just wanted to know if they were friends. So, now we know that. And we know that discs are outlawed on the black market, but are still being sold on the black market. Great crime avoidance here, Tesla. Great job with your officers. They can't pick up discs on the black market. Has anyone come in and reported their discs being stolen? Or like, has no one ever come in and said, hey, my disc was stolen, can you look into this? Has no one ever done that? If so, someone should do that. And we also get introduced to this pretty cool character who is actually one of the first characters on the show to be originally programmed in a white uniform. The girl in this episode. Yeah, she's really not that important. But there is one thing about her that sticks out. Spoiler, she died. Yeah. That was a sad turn for this one, actually. Like, this character who just now learned that Tron is still alive and decides, okay, I'm gonna help him fight, then automatically dies, saving Beck and Tron. And you know what? I feel bad for her. Even when I first watched this episode, that was the one point that stuck out to me, was that she died. And that was like one of the things with this show that I actually remembered. This episode was like a really memorable episode for me just because of how much of a tyrant I can get onto these stupid discs. But it is still kind of it's still kind of sad that they would just kill her off when she was just thinking about turning over a new leaf. She was going to try and be a better person maybe, but then they just killed her off. Gave her a pretty nice funeral, but that was it. That's all that ever happened to her. It's actually kind of a sad way to end her story. Oh, don't think that they can just reprogram her or anything. No, she's dead. She's not coming back. I don't remember an episode where she ever came back, so she's dead. So this episode is by far one of my favorites so far. I like how they poke fun at the programming of these stupid discs. And I like how they treat some of the characters here. It's all very well done. So yeah, that's about it, and I'll see you in my next Gravity Falls episode, because that's coming out next week. So yeah, bye.